Hello everyone, this is Fire the Wolf Dog, and today I'll be going to Anthrocon at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I'm finally here. Oh, it's been a long, exhausting day. Yeah, the flight was quite long, I would say. I guess that's what happens to travel from a far distance and book morning ones and, trying to get here in the cheapest way possible. Yeah, I also forgot to mention, I'm using a new fursuit head, which I will explain why. Yeah, this is new. A brand new fursuit Skull Dog, which he hasn't have a name yet. And also, I have 2 beds. So why I bring him instead of Dax? So the reason why is because, as a matter of fact, I'm actually having 2 guests staying with me this weekend, who will be staying with me for the rest of Anthrocon. And because of that, I need to bring extra stuff. And due to the finance situation I'm in, I decided to bring as limited stuff as possible, which again, 2 bags. He's the smallest suit I could bring, so it was much easier to bring him along with all the stuff I need with me, which actually was really convenient. I was worried he was going to break during the way, but he made it. I'm happy he did. So right now, the 2 special guests that'll be staying with me in this hotel is actually waiting downstairs right now in the lobby. I'm trying to make this video as quick as possible. I'll probably talk about other stuff later on, but I need to get myself down there right now. So I cut to the next video and cut to the next video and I guess I'll explain from there.
And we run away.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
What are you recording here?
Yeah. So I'm back. Hello everyone, I'm back. I got my 2 guests. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah. I'm Try. Yo, what's going
What's up?
Not much.
Hello, I'm Alex. This is my 10th Anthrocon, pretty much. Been here for 10 years already. So, nice to meet you all, guys. And catch you later.
It's only my second con. First one I was at, I met this guy. This man here. So
this man.
You don't want to give yourself a name? I don't think you mentioned your name.
No, yeah, I'm Try. My name is Try. Yeah, that's me.
I met Tribe at the Steelfirst from a recent con, and I met Alex from last year. He's the one that actually helped me. He was actually my guide last year, not only in Anthrocon but also the furry fandom. So shout out for these two amazing people. So you guys can go do your thing, and I guess I review the room real quick.
All right.
So last year I did stay at the same hotel, just with one bed. And I do kind of like this hotel, but there's two issues with this hotel. One is the window. It kind of sucks that I got like a poor view, but it's not that bad. It's not the main issue since we're not going to be here all the time. And second, of course, the parkland ceiling is in the roof. And of course, if there's a parkland ceilings, there's a chance that there's going to be asbestos, and I'm not a fan of buildings that are made of asbestos. So those are my two issues with this room. And yeah, other than that, I can't really rate this room until I get a full experience. So last year when I stayed here, the issue with this hotel was the cleanliness, because I did find some like food crumbs in the corner, even though they're not like my food, because I remember last year I never ate peanuts and I found peanuts in the corner. But I think it seems clean so far unless we find something. So far I think they kind of improved the cleanliness. The room does really look nice, as a matter of fact. I really like the design, the beds, how it looks. Last year when I slept on the bed, it felt really comfortable. So I don't think it'll be any difference. It looks nice. The lighting is kind of yellowish. I'm not a fan of the yellowish lighting. Kind of the same issue with Houghton Hotel when I started going to Anthrocon. But then it's pretty good. So how's my day so far? So far, as I mentioned earlier, I didn't have a chance to explain the whole story because I was in a hurry because I was trying to bring some guests to the room. But now since I have some time, I guess I would tell you how things went. When I first came to the airport, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. So of course it would be a huge drag to get here. It took me like 12 hours. However, one issue I have with these airports, with the airline I took is United, is the fact that the time between two flights is a huge issue. And the reason for that is because, one, when I arrived, it was literally a neck-to-neck situation where if my flight was delayed even just a few minutes, I could have missed my flight, my next flight. An hour between getting from one flight to another seems a lot, but when it comes to trying to get off the plane, people are literally like taking their time. It takes forever to get off a plane because there's so many people getting out at the same time, people grabbing the bags. I'm not a fan. I was actually sweating to the point I only have like 30 to 15 minutes left till my next flight. Another issue with United is the fact that it was delayed anyway, and it may be some benefits for me because I didn't want to miss my flight. But the huge issue is the delay itself. I can see why there was a delay. It's because the plane arrived late, so it took a while for us to get in because they had to reset everything, which I guess is understandable since they did left from their departure, wherever they departure from, really late. So I guess it's understandable. Like the same situation, I didn't want to arrive late, which fortunately I came here on time. Still some sunlight out. I probably might go out for a while, but today was really a drag. And not only that, I kind of stressed out because because of these issues, I was not able to have time to eat anything. So literally the whole day I haven't ate. All I've been doing is just drinking water. So that's what I've been surviving on. So it's really a long, exhausting day. I'm a little hungry, but for some reason I'm not hungry anymore. And the fact that I'm saying this, I know my parents are gonna kill me for not eating. I know they're probably gonna watch this video and get mad at me for not eating at all. So yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. I haven't ate the whole day, but I was extremely busy trying to get to one spot to another. So yeah, it's been a really long day. So yeah, that's my day. So, any further ado, I'm gonna explore the convention for a while and see how the night goes. Now, to the next video. Good morning, everyone. Yesterday was really chaotic, as a matter of fact, and not to mention this morning, I feel like today because of what happened yesterday. Don't get me wrong, I really did have a great time yesterday, but the fact that a lot of things had happened, and I was overwhelmed with experience, and especially because I was literally neglecting my body yesterday also caused this shift. So yeah, I started my day yesterday not actually getting sleep at all. As a matter of fact, it's one of my biggest mistakes. It has to do because I was really busy trying to pack up and fix my room and stuff, so I was not able to get some sleep. I ended up staying up the whole night all the way till I got to the airport, so I was extremely tired from there. And by the time I got to the airport, I figured they're gonna put me aside, which is a good thing I came early for that reason, because I have, of course, like I mentioned, a skull dog, and seeing a skeleton dog in the bag really would trigger the security, as a matter of fact. A funny story, and thinking about that, I think by the time I see my bag was put aside, I was like, here we go. So a female security ended up taking my bag and asked me what's in the suit, and I had to tell her it was a costume. I would say it was a fursuit, but not everyone knows what a fursuit is, so I used to say it's a costume. And literally when she pulled it out, she has to pull my head out to expose everyone around the areas. So now everyone sees my costume. She was like a bit surprised, a bit, I would say. So after that, I went to my my gate, and from there I flew from there. I rarely got some sleep during the way. I was hoping I would get some sleep during my flight, but unfortunately, I only barely got a little bit of sleep. And not to mention, I was going so like over the place, trying to get to one gate to another, trying to get to my plane on time, arrive from another place at Chicago, which I did stop by Chicago, go straight to the gate, trying to be there as quick as possible, and then there was a delay, and I couldn't do much, so I had to wait until the delay was and I had to wait until the time to board. And of course, I mentioned it yesterday about United, which I'm probably not going to include that. I already tell you about United as well. But long story short, I was chaotic. And by the time I got here, I had to take the bus. Somebody actually came up to me while I was recording around the airport, who was also going to Anthrocon, and it was his first time, so he needed my help to get him here. So that's the reason I was then able to get that much footage yesterday, because I was actually helping him get to Pittsburgh. So yeah, I was really exhausted by the time I got here. I haven't ate the whole day. As a matter of fact, I ended up eating something by 10 p.m. So literally I haven't ate since 3 a.m. all the way to 10 p.m. here. So that really did really had a huge effect on my body, which that was literally the longest time I haven't ate food for a long period of time. And I kind of regret it, because now I could feel the effect right now of it. I feel like garbage. The only thing I was able to eat last night was pizza from the pizza place where it was like a couple blocks away from the convention. It was really good, as a matter of fact. Even when they got cooled down as I was trying to bring the pizza here, because there was no shuttles to take back. But it was still good even for a cool pizza, which kind of sucks, but it was surprising, like really delicious. Not to mention the fact that they had one of my favorite drinks there. I was pretty shocked when they have the fuzz raspberry iced tea. I love that thing. It's like drinking something that's bring back your childhood memories. I love that drink so much. And the fact they had it kind of actually made my night. So yeah, I ended up eating around 10 p.m. Literally my first meal of the day, literally. And went to bed. I was having a headache. By the time I got here, our trip didn't end there. We ended up going back to the convention center to check out some stuff. Even though I was really exhausted and feel like passing out, but it was really nice to watch the sunset going down from a distance in Pittsburgh. It was like a really wonderful moment. And that's what matters about these trips, is about living the moment. That's something that really brings joy about these trips, these conventions. That brings me a lot of joy and living the moment. And not to mention, I get to wear these awesome costumes. Unfortunately, of course, you will see my hands exposed, which I'm not a fan of breaking the magic. I'm those old style furries. But unfortunately, this guy that I bought online didn't came with paws. It only came with a head and a tail. So hopefully I'll be able to find paw prints at Anthrocon dealers den and get myself those for this guy. So Alex and Tribe are not here right now, and the reason for that is because they went downstairs to try to catch the shuttle to the convention center, so that they could get there as early as possible, so they could be in front of the line, which is understandable since they're regular attendees. I'm not as worried as them, because I actually got super sponsored for this convention. So super sponsors and sponsors are able to go in front of the line and get their badges earlier than everyone else. So I'm not that worried. So they left without me, which is understandable. Hopefully I finish this video before I miss the shuttle, so I could go with them. But worst case scenario, I'll probably have to wait for the next bus. But I'm trying to hurry as much as possible so I could catch the bus with them. To be honest with you, even though my body feels like garbage, I'm actually quite excited and feel joy, matter of fact. I'm actually quite happy. Despite how I feel right now, I'm actually quite excited and joyful. I'm actually in a good mood. even though my body disagrees with me, but my spirit's really high. I'm honestly excited for today. So, hopefully I finish this vlog or finish this video as fast as possible and did not miss the bus. Because it's already 8:22. The bus probably be here pretty soon. So I better have to get going and head to Anthrocon. And from there I get my badge and get the day started. So I see you all there. I knew it was gonna be here.
Oh, bro, and then we're picking the people from the screen.
Yeah, right here, yeah. Oh, dude. Are you serious? Alright.
Well, I guess we won.
Oh, I guess. Alright.
You think that really that guy didn't see the big ass the skull dog?
I know.
volunteers, the venue, the city of Pittsburgh, and the furry community, I'd like to declare Anthrocon 2025 DC Adventures open!
cut. And cut. So I have some bad news. While I was at the convention, during my time over there, his jaw actually broke. Well, it has to do because of the spring inside. Let me show you. So it seems like the plastic on the edge of his jaw actually broke. If you can see right here. It used to actually connect right here, but it broke during my time over there, which I can show you the other side how it really looks. I guess that's how it really looks right here. I guess the reason why it broke is because the plastic is not that strong. But I decided to call it a day. My original plan was I was going to go to the Raven and, hang out either the inside or the outside, where they have two Ravens sometimes. I'm not sure they're going to do outside, but unfortunately he broke, so I decided to come back and see what I could do. Tribe had some tools that he will allow me to use, so I'm really thankful that he's willing to let me do that. Thank you, Tribe. Fearing that they might break again, I'm thinking that maybe I would try to remove the springs so that I don't have so the springs doesn't break the plastic. I think the reason why it broke is because the plastic was weak and the spring was too strong for the plastic, so it ends up breaking it like the way I showed you earlier. So I decided to call it a day, and I wanted to see if I could try to fix it, or I don't know, just figure out something. So I'm probably gonna have to call it a night, I'm afraid so. Besides, there's other days I can always do the Raven, like the Dead Dog Dance, which is usually less people sometimes. And there's always Saturday. Today was chaotic. I did have to wake up early just so I could get registered. Which, to be honest, today is a lot better than yesterday, I would say. To be honest with you, I'm kind of feel bad. I was really connecting with this guy. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a name. He looks really nice, I gotta say. He's a good-looking guy. But unfortunately, his jaw broke, which I'm kind of sad. Hopefully, I find a solution to this. One thing I do need to do is get rid of this spring before it breaks another jaw. Like this one right here. And hopefully, maybe I find something to fix this. I figured having an open jaw like that was going to have an effect. So, have a good night. I'll probably get something to eat, which I already got something to eat at the hotel. Just basic foods, I suppose. Anyways, I'm calling it tonight. And I see you all tomorrow. Have a great night.